What if everything you've been seeking, enlightenment, peace, fulfillment, has been right in front of you all along? What if the biggest spiritual truth is so simple that most people overlook it? Today, we're going to explore the one fundamental truth that every spiritual seeker must know, something that can completely transform your journey. Stay with me till the end, because this realization is not just knowledge, it's an experience that will change the way you live. The spiritual path often starts with a feeling of lack, an inner knowing that something is missing. People search for truth in scriptures, teachers, meditation, rituals, and philosophies, believing that wisdom exists somewhere outside of them. But here's the paradox. The very act of seeking creates a sense of separation. It convinces you that enlightenment is a destination far from where you are. This is the first illusion, thinking that you need to become something more, rather than realizing who you already are. The one truth that every spiritual seeker must know is this: you are already what you seek. There is no distance between you and the divine. There is no missing piece. Everything you long for, peace, bliss, unity, freedom, it is already within you. The Upanishads whisper it. The Buddha pointed to it. Ramana Maharshi and Nisargadatta Maharaja both said, "You are that." But what does this mean? How do we truly realize it? The biggest obstacle to seeing this truth is the mind. The mind thrives on labels, on stories, on past and future. It creates an identity, the I, that seems separate from the whole. But you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness that witnesses them. When you deeply recognize this, something shifts. You stop identifying with the endless chatter in your head, and you start resting in the silence behind it. That silence is your true nature. It is vast, boundless, and already free. One of the greatest masters of surrender, Ramana Maharshi, said that enlightenment is simply the removal of the false idea that you are not already enlightened. But how do we remove this falsehood? Through surrender. Not surrender in the sense of giving up, but surrender in the sense of letting go of resistance, allowing what is to be. When you stop fighting reality, when you drop the struggle, you begin to see clearly. The divine is not something to be attained. It is something to be recognized. The ego does not want you to know this. Why? Because the moment you realize you are already whole, the ego loses its power. The ego thrives on identity, on comparison, on goals and achievements. But the truth is, you do not need to become someone. You need to unbecome all that is false. Every label, every belief, every fear, when you strip them away, what remains? Pure awareness. That is who you are. This is not a philosophy to believe. This is something to experience. And the way to experience it is simple. Be still. Right now in this moment, drop all concepts. Let go of trying to understand. Just sit with yourself in silence. What remains when thoughts fade? A presence, an aliveness, a vast stillness. This is the real you, the unchanging witness. It was never born, and it will never die. It is beyond the body, beyond the mind. When you rest in this, you realize, I was never lost. I was always here. There comes a point in every seeker's journey when they realize that seeking must end. That realization does not mean you stop growing. It means you stop searching for something outside yourself. The moment you stop looking for answers elsewhere, you begin to see the truth everywhere. A bird's song, a child's laughter, the stillness of the night. Suddenly, everything is sacred. Everything is divine, because you are no longer separate from life. You are life itself. If there is one message I want you to take away, it is this: you are already home. There is no path to the truth, because the truth is who you are. The idea that you need to get there is the very thing keeping you from seeing that you already are there. The ocean does not need to search for water. The sun does not need to look for light. And you do not need to search for yourself. Just be, right here, right now. That is enough. That is everything. The journey of the spiritual seeker is not about becoming enlightened. It is about remembering. Remembering what you already are. And the only thing standing in your way is the belief that something is missing. So let go, surrender, and recognize you were always whole. If this message resonated with you, take a deep breath and just sit with it. Feel it, let it settle. And if you found this valuable, share it with others who need to hear it. Because the greatest gift we can give each other is a reminder of what we have never truly lost. You are already free. You are already that. Just wake up to it.